We're a week out, y'all. We made it. Camp is finally here. We get to overreact to videos. We get to talk about Joe Milton throwing the ball far. We get to talk about George Pickens getting into fights with corners. We are here. Well, not really. We're about a week out. But at the end of the day, like, to me, you're a week away. You pretty much made it through the dead period. And I wanted to save this bit of content because I think that there's a group in this topic. I think there's a group in this topic that could be a top 5 group. Not only if a few people win battles, but if everybody's able to contribute. Let's talk about the top 5 defensive battles that we kind of all need to watch for during camp. A week away, y'all. Let's go. Number 1, we'll start here. There's a 4-way battle going on at the safety position. Malik Hooker, Donovan Wilson, Juanyeh Thomas, Markquese Bell. Now, I want to be clear. The fans love Juanyeh Thomas, and I think that the general consensus on Markquese Bell is that he was out of position with Dan Quinn. However, what's not being talked about and what hasn't been talked about is Mike Zimmer just didn't use either of those guys. And I know Markquese Bell got hurt, but combined, like if you look at their snap share, Juanyeh Thomas played 93 snaps last year. Total between both of them, 127 snaps. Now, again, Markquese Bell got hurt, and you're asking yourself, if they couldn't get on the field and they couldn't take, Donovan Wilson's position, who he's really good in the box, but it was blatantly obvious how he struggled. He struggled mightily in coverage. And then Malik Hooker just took a step back. Now, what we don't know is, was that Mike Zimmer scheme? We know that Mike Zimmer likes to have that base personnel in there. He likes to have his linebackers on the field. Was it one of those things where it's like, you know what, we're not going to use many 3 safety sets. These guys are the backups and that's who they're going to be. Or are they just not that good? Like, this is the position where I don't know. Malik Hooker, let's talk about Malik Hooker. He came in the league and he was a rangy safety, got hurt in Indianapolis, revived his career in Dallas. Malik Hooker has been a good football player in Dallas. But the problem is he's 30 years old now. Like, it's just that quick. He's either 29 or 30. I know he's up there in age. So why can't one of these guys take their job? You look at Juanyeh Thomas. I look at Juanyeh Thomas as a guy who can, match with tight ends, can probably do some things versus slot receivers, but not real shifty ones, more or less like big slots. And then Markquese Bell, like, he's the great unknown because undrafted free agent, him and Juanyeh Thomas were both undrafted free agents. And you're asking yourself, okay, does this open the door for maybe an Elijah Clark? But somebody has to win this job and play better. Donovan Wilson also getting up there in age, and I don't see his coverage ability ever returning. And honestly, the way he was used with Dan Quinn is probably the best way that you want to use him. But that's just not what Matt Eberflus does. So it's going to be interesting to see how this safety battle turns out. I honestly don't know how it's going to turn out. Like, this is one where my hands are up. You guys jump in the comments. You tell me what safeties you guys want to see on the field, because I don't know. Now, here's one I do know about. Number 2, the 3-man battle. Sam Williams, Donovan Ezeiruaku, Marshawn Kneeland. When it comes to those 3, all 3 second-round defensive ends. All 3 of them. Sam Williams, he hasn't lived up for one reason or another, but that doesn't mean that he won't be good. Obviously, he had a season-ending injury last year around this time, and it's like, dang, you know who Sam could be. He's the one player on this team that if he reaches a ceiling, cancel Christmas. Even Donovan Ezeiruaku, he'll have to wait, right? Because he can play the run. He has the body frame to play the run, but he also has the quickness. I had to go back and remember, Sam Williams was a 4.4 athlete. Check me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, throw a tomato at the screen. But he was an athlete that can move. Now, he doesn't have the quickness and the change of direction like a Micah Parsons, but he is a really good athlete for his size. He's a bigger defensive end. Marshawn Kneeland, you know what his game was at Western Michigan. Physical, stop the run, press the run. I think that he's going to have that role on early downs, and I would really, really like him to do that. And then Donovan Ezeiruaku, he's the wild card. Sack savant. Like, what he does is get sacks. He has a bag. He has a chop. He has a cross rip. He has all of it. He knows where he's going. He knows how to get to landmarks. He probably has more rush moves than everybody on his team outside of Dante Fowler and Micah Parsons. And Micah Parsons, by the way, who 31% double team rate, has led the league in pressures, has led the league in pretty much every statistical stat you could think of. His first 2 years in the league, all pro. Like, Micah Parsons is incredible. Micah Parsons led the league in pass rush win rate. Literally had to say that like 10 times to get that right. Try pass rush win rate. Pass rush. Yo, Micah is special. So you don't need these guys to be world beaters. Like, if you didn't have Micah on the team, cool. But you do. And I'll tell you this. If you get Fowler, because I think Fowler's going to play, I know Fowler's going to play a specific role, speed package. You don't really need Fowler to stop the run or press the run. And let's be honest, we just took the Commanders' best pass rusher. Gone. He's with the Cowboys now. So you need him on third down to be on one side. You need one of these other guys, right? Because this is how I'm thinking, right? You put Fowler on one side, you put Sam Williams, Donovan Ezeiruaku, pick one on the other side, and you let Micah play the 3 and cross up guards and cross up centers and give you that pressure down the middle of these guys' face. Because he can do that as well. Like, he plays basketball out there. I'm telling you now, if these guys just step up, do their job, this will be a top 5. I'm not going to be scared to go out on a limb. Like, we got to start standing on business. To me, I'm standing on business, and I'm just telling y'all, like, this will be a top 5 pass rush unit, and maybe a top 5 D-line, because the way the offense is going to play, you want other offenses chasing to where they can't sit on the ball, to where they can't run the ball. And then you let these guys go hunt. This is going to be a great battle to watch. Number 3, Kenneth Murray versus Markquese Bell. This is one I don't know. Like, I think, and I want to say that Markquese Bell is the future, but we just don't know. Kenneth Murray could come in here, Matt Eberflus could coach him up, and we say, man, where has this been? But I think my eggs are going to be in Markquese Bell's battle. Like, I think that I would say Markquese Bell wins this battle because he's younger, and I just think that he does have he has better instincts than Kenneth Murray. Like, one of the problems that I have with Kenneth Murray on film is, for as athletic as he is, sometimes his instincts are just awful. I just think that Jack Sanborn is going to be Matt Eberflus's. I think he's going to be his quarterback on the field. A lot like Eric Kendricks was for Mike Zimmer. And especially with DeMarvin Overshown being hurt, I just think that Jack Sanborn will give this team the best opportunity to get guys lined up, get in the right fit, make the calls, and then you go from there, right? You would like that to be Markquese Bell, but just ushering in a new defense, he's probably going to go with the vet. So what does that mean? These two, Murray and Liufua, they're going to have to battle for reps. And I think that I would like to see Markquese Bell take the job, but we just have to understand Kenneth Murray is a freak athlete, and sometimes you have a plan for those types of guys. That's going to be a battle that I want to see. Number 4, Jay Toia, Mazi Smith. Mazi Smith has not earned the right to say, man, this is his job. Nobody can come for it. Now, you want and need Mazi Smith to take that 3-year jump. I did content on it. You need him to be the guy, but crazier things have happened, man. Jay Toia could come in here, play more stout. You know, there's been scouts who come out and said they had a 3rd round grade on Jay Toia. It's just the way that the draft fell. And especially at a position like defensive tackle, you know, it is what it is. It's a styles make fights thing. It's coaches like certain guys. But I'll be honest with you, man. If he comes in here, he's stout at the point of attack. It's gonna be hard not to move. It's gonna be hard to say, you know what, Mazi. If he comes in here, he's stout at the point of attack. He does what he's supposed to do. Crazier things have happened. That's gonna be a battle that I really am watching. And then number 5, here's one courtesy of my bro Vash Lombardi. I put this kind of like poll out on Twitter. What defensive battles do you guys want to see? And Vash made a good point. He was like, yo, I don't think Stephon Gilmore is coming through these doors. And it's like, we all, including myself, have forgotten about Kalen Carson. Not to mention, when will Savon Revel be healthy? That's a sneaky, underrated battle to watch. We know who Deron Bland is. The staff loves Kyer Elam. Kyer Elam has been a great surprise, but I mean, his job shouldn't be locked, but it probably will be, because we don't know when Trevon Diggs is going to be healthy. We see the videos. I'm not falling for none of it. Actually, some of the videos that I've seen posted, it doesn't even look like he trusts that leg. And I hate to be negative Nancy. Actually, I'm normally really, really positive, but I hate to be negative Nancy. So now, can Kalen Carson take that jump? To be honest with you, it just looked like it was a lot for him, like the speed of the game. It was great in camp because the receivers he was playing against it wasn't much. But the problem that I really had with Kalen Carson when he played live reps was he couldn't tackle. Like, he could not get guys to the ground. That was like one of my main issues. So I'll be looking to see, like, is his play strength better? Is he more physical? Is he like, does he need to be more like of a nickel? Or is the NFL just too much? As far as Savon Revel goes, like, can Savon Revel just stay healthy? Does he look the same? We know his story. I did content on his story. We know who he is, working at Amazon, having a bad grades, fighting to get to the league, and then he ultimately makes it after getting hurt. But can he get on the field and do it with the big boys? That's what we got to see. I mean, he played at ECU. Now you in the big leagues. Now you with the big guys. So we'll see. Trust me, there will be a lot of good battles when it comes to the receivers versus the corners. Trust me, John Machota will be on this channel. We'll be doing Cowboys collective content, and he'll be having those videos ready for us. So I can't wait to watch those. These defensive battles are very important because I think we know who the offense is going to be. I don't think that this defense needs to be elite. I just think it needs to be better than last year. Time of possession will help that. The way that the offense plays helps that. But I think that this defense, with the pieces it has, and you have a superstar in Micah Parsons, somebody else needs to step up. Somebody else needs to get it going. What battles do you guys want to see? Comment in the description box, and I'll make sure that I get to them, bro. Like, I'm actually thinking about doing a fan appreciation show before. You know what? We're going to talk about it. We're going to do it. Any question you guys have for me, I'm going to take time before training camp to answer it. Comment your questions in the description box, and we're going to do a fan appreciation show. Make sure you guys do that. I love you guys. It's your boy, Footstick King, as always. Thank you all for liking, sharing, subscribing. Camp is here. I want to get this content out to you guys before we really get going. So make sure that you guys comment in the description box. I'm going to try to get to every question. I love you all. Peace.